Dear learners, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today, we shall be taking module number 8 titled Special Interest Tourism Interest Cycle and Leisure Tourism Interest Cycle under the paper Special Interest Tourism. Dear learners, after studying this chapter, you shall be in a position to understand the concept of special interest tourism, understand the linkage of Indian culture, life cycle and tourism, know market segmentation, motivation for special interest tourism, understand the concept of tourism interest cycle, leisure tourism interest cycle and special interest tourism cycle. Dear learners, let's introduce. The term special interest has been derived due to the need of certain tourist destinations which are peculiar in nature and are different in many aspects in comparison to existing tourism destinations. When it comes on the part of tourism destination, it may be a holiday destination which may offer natural attractions like sunshine, scenic beauty, river, mountains, valleys, etc. and man-made features like recreational center, amusement park, creative destination, fun park like SL World, temples and churches, historical sites, art and architecture, convention centers, etc., which are catering the needs of the tourist who wants to enjoy the destination of their choice. It is the interest and taste of the tourist who make a choice from various available tourism products. The destination choice is not an easy task because the same destination may cater the interest of a single tourist as well as mass tourist. The same destination may be used in many folds by many travelers. Like Goa, where the tourists are coming for casino, few are for sea, sun and sand, few are here to taste various kind of seafood. Honeymoon couples are here to spend more quality time. Family wants to spend some days into a beach resort located on beach. Few are here for water-based adventure sports. Hence, it is quite understood that the interest of the tourist vary widely and they may choose any option of their interest. In previous module, like module number 3, the concept of special interest tourism has been discussed in a broad manner and hope you might have studied it. In this module, we will study about the interest cycle of the tourist for special interest tourism, Indian culture, life cycle and special interest tourism. Indian culture is very old and vast. It is not a cup of tea for everyone to understand Indian culture. In Hindu mythology, the life has been divided into 4 stages of life, which is often described in ancient Hindu religion as ashrams. Those following the rules and regulations of ashrama are supposed to attain the highest goal of life, which is moksha or salvation. Ashramas provide training and environment to understand the ideology of life. As per Hindu mythology, our life is divided into 4 ashramas: brahmacharya, student life; grihastha, family life; vanaprastha, retired life; and sannyasa, renunciation life. So far as tourism is concerned, every stage of life has different motive and they perform different types of tourist activity. Brahmacharya ashram is related to education which was being offered in a forest area. The student has to travel for education purpose and has to reside in a forest school to learn behavioral knowledge as well as practical knowledge. This stage of life is considered up to 25 years. The next stage of life is Grihastha, which covers the age criteria of 25 to 50 years. This is the time when an individual enters into a married life and brings children and offer reverence to ancestors. This stage also makes the person responsible in fulfilling the needs of the family and catering them in many ways. In this phase of life, the individual travel a lot for business purpose, recreation purpose and religious purpose. Vanaprastha. The third stage deals with the social welfare work. This form of activity has already been defined in tourism as volunteer tourism. When the children are young and they have entered into their second stage, the parents are assumed to live in a new place away from human habitation. The idea of third stage is to develop a new level of interest and action. The modern concept of religious tourism is quite similar with third stage because the people are traveling to spend time with their guru by listening to experiences of life, discourse on religion, sermon, etc. Thus, the stage 3 of life cycle offers an opportunity to others to consult for their problems with who have spent their best of the time in that specific area. Thus, people enjoying this stage are the experience holders and are best guides on social issues. Sannyas ashram deals with the final stage of life's growth. The motive of this stage of life is spiritual tourism because what he has received, earned and gained in worldly knowledge will be contributed by the universe. He has nothing to do with the ease and comfort of life and has abandoned all the luxury. Now he is above fears, passion and haters surrounding everything which is an impediment in achieving highest goal of his life called moksha or salvation. The simple dress of the sannyasi tells the ideology of life for which he stands and lives. The modern concept of tourism is also encircled towards phases of life because being a student he is traveling in search of knowledge, wandering here and there for getting a better education and searching for a guru who could teach him the goals of his life. When he is a student, he is traveling to places which are of adventure in nature, going for recreation, leisure and for many more objectives to be fulfilled. As soon as his academic life is finished, the same student enters into earning. He is spending some disposable income on touristic activity like fun and food, entertainment, business, etc. As soon as he enters into the life called marriage life, he now goes for honeymoon trips, more leisure and pleasure trips, religious trips, special interest trips, etc. After the family increases, the same couple now plans holidays, especially for children, like fun parks, theme parks, weekend trips, excursions and picnic. More or less, it is family incentive trips. After certain times, the same family indulges into religious and spiritual trips because it is high time when everyone remembers God and want to spend some time into his lap. Twice or three times in a year is a common trend to visit temples like Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine, Sai Baba Place, Char Dham Yatra, going for Hajj, Dargah, Guru Place, etc. have become a fashion in special interest tourism trend. Medical tourism is not untouched because the old age factor push us into medical treatment which is available at some distance. The specialized treatments like yoga, meditation, wellness and Ayurveda have become popular trend in special interest tourism and certain destinations have created a niche for such products. Indian philosophy also stresses on the term called atana, which means travel, and it was used to denote some special kind of motive. Tirthatan was the basic instinct to travel to distant lands because it was associated with pilgrimage. The journey assumed to be hard because the facilities of transport were not available. People used to travel by foot or by cart. The term paryatan used to denote the journey performed specially to fulfill recreational and leisure activity. Fun and food became the part of paryatan in due course of time. Deshatan was used when a special group of people, whom we call travelers, used to travel for trade and commerce from one place to another, one country to another, to sell their indigenous products, and used to visit the places en route. The cultural form of tourism became popular, and as a result, the foreigners started coming to India to visit its past glory and availing tourism hospitality in terms of guest is God. Market segmentation, motivation and special interest tourism. Market segmentation is process through which a population is divided into certain identifiable groups with similar characteristics. This tool is very helpful to marketers because it enables marketers to understand the needs and wants of the identified group and formulate the exact product for their consumption. This will contribute marketers in customer satisfaction, achieving their goals, efficient utilization of their resources and better return on their investment. It was some times back when travel companies used to do business in almost every field of tourism like car rental, hotel package, domestic as well as international air tickets, inbound and outbound, visa and passport, cruises, international railways passes like Amtrak, Urail, etc. and for everyone, but now they have confined themselves to some kind of a specialized need-based tourism services. Like some travel companies are focusing on inbound operations, outbound operations, visa, country specialized, etc. Market segmentation helps such travel companies in identifying special interest tourists who are focusing on a specific form of tourism which is considered as niche tourism. A specific segment is discrete, identifiable and distinguished by characteristics such as purpose, needs, motivation, behavior and benefits. There are various grounds through which any tourist market can be segmented. They are as follows. 1. Demographic profile. 2. Income. 3. Purpose of travel. 4. Psychographic characteristics. 5. Place of origin. 6. Behavioral characteristics, etc. There are two processes in market segmentation. The first process is dividing the whole market into certain identifiable groups with common characteristics by using specific segment basis. The second process includes the selection of those identifiable markets, for example, target market by the firms to serve them better. When the market is segmented and market is identified for product promotion, now it is the motivation which is highly required. If there is be no motivation from the market, all the efforts will go in vain. Motivation is something which induces, influences and creates some sense of desire in someone to buy the product. This may include personality, lifestyle, image, perception, income, etc. So the marketers are using a lot of influential factors to woo tourists. They are using marketing mix for their product. It is the promotion mix, which is a tool to success in motivating buyers to purchase a product. Marketers use advertisement, public relation, sales promotion and all other possible methods to catch the attention of the potential buyers for their product. The travel agents identify the need of the market and formulate the tourism product and motivate customer for this specific product. Sometimes they focus on tailor-made package rather than ready-made because the specific need of the tourist is identified and is supplied with the exact product. The special interest tourism is also a part of motivation because the tourists have become more demanding and are asking for something special, which is undistinguished, innovative, and unbeatable. The traditional and conventional form of tourism has become obsolete and has taken over by innovative products which are eco-friendly, alternate to a product, sustainable in nature, and has less negative impact in society, environment, and culture. Tourism interest cycle. As the concept denotes, the tourism interest cycle is a phase-wise development of destination to fulfill the needs of the travelers. The concept of tourism interest cycle is a joint effort of many researchers in the field of leisure and the tourism context. The crux of the research is that leisure approach puts stress on native place-based lifestyle activities, while types of tourism talks about choices of destination. The tourism interest cycle can be conceptualized in the following manner. 1. Increasing travel experience. A destination is introduced in the market and it starts attracting travelers, gaining travel experience by the visitors. As the destination is new, the travelers are attracted towards its available resources. 2. Confidence and affluence. The travelers are least bothered about the travel expenses because they are confident and have ample disposable income. The destination also attracts investors to extend the basic facilities required for the tourist. Thus, the destination becomes rich in providing facilities to the tourists. 3. Maturation or tourist life cycle. A time comes when the destination becomes an easy access to everyone, and this results into declining tourism. 4. Safe to highly adventurous kind of travel and holiday making. The options available to such travelers are to be more adventurous, in search of new destination, or explore the non-traditional areas of the destination. 5. Trending up. The emergence of new destination will attract the businessman in identifying the potential of outcome on investment. 6. Social prestige and ego enhancement. The travelers will get social prestige by visiting such places and thus will satisfy their ego needs. There is another classification of tourism interest which is based on the decision-making ability. This includes following. A. General interest tourism, GIT. It focuses on the general tendency of the traveler, like where should I go for. B. Mixed interest tourism, MIT. The travelers ask for a destination and the activities associated with the place, like why I should go to that place, whether it will fulfill my objective of traveling. The example may be whether I shall be able to do rafting at Rishikesh beside enjoying natural beauty, or whether I shall be able to perform skiing at Auli along with visiting natural sites. Special interest tourism, SIT. When the traveler insists for a particular destinations and for a particular activity, like I want to pursue this event and which is the suitable place for it. The above concept is called as tourism interest continuum, proposed by Brotheran and Himatoglu in 1997. According to them, the tourism interest cycle travels between safety and seeking adventurous travel as a prime component, while the tourist trading activity fulfilling social esteem, cultural capital and esteem enhancement as their secondary components. According to Hall, the concept of primary, secondary and subsidiary components applicable to other tourism interests is also applicable to GIT, MIT and SIT. He has conducted his study in the framework of health and spa tourism, but it is also applicable in various SIT segments like cultural form of tourism, education form of tourism, wine form of tourism and bicycle form of tourism. Special interest tourism experiences adopted from the research paper entitled Conceptualizing Special Interest Tourism Framework for Analysis by Birgit Trauer in 2006, published in Elsevier for Leisure Tourism Interest Cycle. So far as special interest is concerned, it includes all those types of tourist attractions which has ability to attract tourists. It does not focus on any specific tourist attraction or tourist destination. It has various motives also, and out of this motive, leisure is one. To define leisure, it can be said that the vacation exclusively made for escaping from daily routine. This includes complete relaxation, either by taking accommodation in a beautiful resort, relaxing on beach, and enjoying attractions of the place, etc. The concept of leisure tourism comes from the efforts of many researchers like Butler, McCurcher and Davidson and Carr. They all are of this view that leisure tourism involves all those activities which are done by the tourist at their native place. And while providing tourist services by the host, both groups retain some share of their own culture when they are contacting each other. This share is called as residual culture, and it has invited anthropologists for researches that how tourists are and from different from cultural background they behave. Leisure tourism interest cycle, adopted from the research paper entitled Conceptualizing Special Interest Tourism Framework for Analysis by Birgit Trauer 2006, published in Elsevier. The leisure tourism interest cycle involves many types of leisure involvement whose descriptions are given below. 1. Serious leisure. It is the efficient leisure hobby of a part-time hobbyist or volunteer deep core activity that is very much considerable, motivating and gratifying, and in this case the participants find an option of making a career by inculcating some extraordinary skills, information and understanding. Here the term serious has been used to denote various qualities like seriousness, authenticity, magnitude and alertness. It has following 6 characteristics. 1. There is a need of continuing the activity. 2. It must focus on providing a leisure career. 3. Need and endeavor to achieve skill and knowledge. 4. Awareness of various social benefits available. 5. Exceptional cultural and societal world. 6. An individual and social world. 2. Casual leisure. It is straight away essentially pleasing and is a comparatively of short time enjoyable activity requiring as such little or no special training. It is basically hedonic in nature. It is done for purely recreation purpose. There are various types of casual leisure available like play leisure, relaxation leisure, passive entertainment leisure, active entertainment leisure, sociable discussion and sensory inspiration. So far as the term casual volunteering is concerned, it is also a type of casual leisure which has motive of gratifying aerobic doings. In other terms, it is also defined as casual form of leisure which requires enough effort to create augmentation in breathing and heart rate. Casual form of leisure is considered to be less significant because it does not offer any career prospects. Project-oriented leisure. It is relatively considered as part-time or for short span of time, reasonably complex, irregular, intermittent, creative and carried out in free time. This type of leisure attracts extensive planning, effort and skill. But the nature is not the serious variety and even the intention is not to develop into such variety. The leisure is also called as occasional leisure because it describes some of the regular occasions for which this leisure is done. Examples are like fair and festival, sports meet, socio-religious occasions, individual birthday celebrations or national events. Special interest tourism cycle. Special interest tourism cycle is divided into the phases of dabbler, enthusiast, expert and fanatic. Through the above, it is clear that as the level of tourist changes, the stage of skill and poise also increases. There is a flow of tourists to the safer and more limited tourist destinations to increasingly more daring form of travel and holiday choice. It is also being seen that as the prosperity and skill increases over time, the demand for more exciting tourism, high level of prestige and ego also increases. The SIT trip cycle, adapted from research paper entitled Conceptualizing Special Interest Tourism, Frameworks for Analysis, written by Birgit Trauer in 2006. Dear learners, let's summarize the module. Special interest tourism is linked with ancient Indian culture. The ancient lifestyle is divided into 4 phases and each phase is important from special interest tourism point of view. Market segmentation is also vital in special interest tourism because segmentation gives a clear idea about the need of each identifiable group and caters them as per their needs. Motivation is an inducement given to the potential customers to get him converted into actual tourism. This motivation is of different kind and is required by travelers in different pursuits. Tourist interest cycle denotes the phase-wise development of destination to fulfill the needs of travelers. The concept deals with leisure approach and tourist typology approach. Leisure approach deals with home-based lifestyle activities, while tourist typology talks about destination choice. Leisure tourism interest cycle is of opinion that when guest and host interact each other, they retain some share of their own culture. This share is called as residual culture and has invited anthropologists for further researches. Leisure tourism interest cycle is divided into 3 parts: serious culture, casual leisure and project-based leisure with their own distinction. Special interest tourism cycle concentrates on dabblers, enthusiasts, expert and fanatic with the distinguished features of each player. Thank you.